In this video, I'm going to show you how to transform ordinary storage boxes into vintage suitcases with a twist. Hi, my name is Kim with Kimagine DIY, where I hope to help you imagine the possibilities for you and your home with DIY hacks and crafts. It's Harry Potter harvest season, and I wanted to take my ordinary storage boxes and make it look like vintage suitcases with cardstock. Now, since it's seasonal decor, I wanted to make it removable and be able to be stored mostly flat. Now let's get started. I created my project in Design Space, and the reason I'm changing all my buckles over to brown is a trick I learned to be able to cut multiple colors on one mat, which saves a lot of time from loading and unloading your mat and all the weeding in between. This is possible as long as your materials can be cut using the same cut setting and tool. In this example, these colors are both made from medium cardstock. You can see on the left side that I'm rearranging the layout of the buckles according to where I place the color cardstock on the mat. Now that everything is all laid out, it's time to set your cut settings. And when you're all done with your cut, then it's time to weed. Weeding can be tedious, but it's all well worth it once the project is assembled. And if you guys are gaining any value from these DIY videos, or if you're enjoying them, please hit that like button down below. Now it's time to cut the front covers of my storage boxes. I find the brayer very helpful to help ensure that the cardstock is flat on the mat and that it's securely fixed. With this design, I do have score lines, and that is actually the first tool that's being used. And then when it's time to switch it out, I put it back to the fine point blade. If you notice a slight imperfection, then it's time to clean your blade. So just remove the blade from the housing kit and grab some aluminum foil and just puncture that aluminum foil as many times as you can. After that, the next cut was perfect. Now it's time to weed your material. Here you can see that where the score lines are, that's where I'm folding back the cardstock. And after your weeding is done, then it's time to assemble your front covers. I also just wanted to add a quick tip to the front cover of the design. I would actually leave more room so you can do a fold over lip like we did on the lid. It just makes it easier when you are opening and closing the box so it doesn't peel over. Now here's where the personalization comes in. I have a few angles that you can see the white of my box, so I attached some scrap to it. Once you do the top covers, I used 2 full pieces of cardstock and blue tape in between because I'm making this temporary. Then I just folded and creased it over my lid. Then I just folded and creased it over the lid of the box of the top and used glue to secure it. Then I cut some scrap to make 3 sides to cover the front and the 2 sides. I used a scissor to cut the 45-degree angles, and then gluing it only to the cardstock. You want to make sure you're not gluing your paper to the actual box unless you're making it permanent. And I use a lot of tape to make sure everything is secure. So once I have the covers on, I fit it in nicely, and I did end up using blue tape to secure it to the box so it wasn't moving when I opened and closed it. And then I just used the straps, creased it over, added glue just so it lined up perfectly with the vertical straps on the front cover. Once I was done with that, I didn't like seeing the big hole in the middle, so I decided to add some handles. So with some of the scrap cardstock, I cut out the length, and then I actually measured how I would fold it so it would pop out. Then I just used actually my weeding tool to kind of score some lines so all the bends and folds were even. Then you can see in the top left corner an image of all of them folded on the side so you can get a better idea of how they were bent so they can stand out. Here's my cover, and I'm going to glue it right onto the cover, and I also used some paper clips to hold it securely while it dried. It made it a lot easier because then I can just prop it up and it's gonna be all fine. Then I noticed on my box that you couldn't really see the other strap. It looked very flat, so I just took a color pencil and just started to shade it in. And I kind of used my finger to try to smudge it so it wasn't so defined. And then it's done. So now when disassembling my covers to store them, I just remove all the blue tape. It was very easy. The cover just folds completely flat. And then when you remove the top cover, a lot of blue tape to be removed. But what's cool, as you can see, is that the two halves can slide in together. And it just makes the overall storage aspect of it a very small footprint, as you would say, in my decor box. So it's great because it's such a simple craft, yet you can make such a big impact. And I love the fact that it's also kind of an illusion. You think it's a whole trunk when it's only just the perspective angles that you can see. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Please let me know in the comments below what other DIYs or crafts you would like to see. And of course, if you'd like to see more of these types of videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.